Hi guys, welcome to day 4 of our virtual event planners training for new planners and new beginners. Today we'll be talking about client management. I do not believe that clients are difficult. I believe that they are actually misunderstood. Have you noticed that a client who was acting very difficult with vendor A will suddenly become very friendly with vendor B? What is the difference? Psychology, expectation, commitment, personality, values, comparison. A client who was very, very difficult for planner A suddenly becomes very easy for planner B. We've seen it play out several times, times without numbers. Today, we're not talking about difficult clients, we're talking about people. Because if you must do well in this industry, you must understand how to deal with people at different levels. You will spend more time managing people than actually managing timeline. That's just the honest truth. We have people here. And what are the three category of people you'll be working with? Say it with me. As an event planner, first you'll be working with clients, working with vendors, still is dancing, working with vendors, and then there is you. I really wish we could be teaching all of this on live because I don't like how I'm rushing to record so that it doesn't exceed 10 minutes and all. For clients, how do you deal with clients as a new event planner? You have to understand three phases in dealing with clients. First of all is expectations. Now, do not be mistaken. A what a particular client want from planner A is not the same thing that they want from planner B. If a client is contacting me, the reason they'll be contacting me will be very, very different from the reason that they are contacting you. I have always said this. Do not assume you know what your client wants. Ask them, what are your expectations? What are your three non-negotiables? What are the things that are a priority for you? Find out what their expectations are. Else you'll be planning your client's event with the mindset and the idea or the knowledge that you have from a previous event. And that's why most times you meet so many clients that are not satisfied, so many clients that are not happy with your deliverables, not just because you're not good at your job, it's because you didn't meet them at their point of need. Ask them what are their expectations. You also need to pay attention, close attention to their personality. How do you watch this? From your very first conversation with them, your phone call, your consultation, you will notice the way they are sounding. Some clients, when you meet them, they do not care about finding out about how you're doing. They just want you to get the job done. Read the room, understand the clients that you're working with, and make necessary adjustments. But if you're planning to work with every client the same way, oh, because you are very free, you are carefree, you're understandable, you try to play with clients, you try to look out for them. So clients don't even want you to know anything about them. They love your job, but they don't want anything aside that. Understand the kind of personality that client wants. This is somebody that loves to over explain. Some clients want to explain the same thing over and over and over and over again. There are people who are like that. You need to understand their personality early, then you can decide, is this a client I want to work for or a client I do not want to work for? Some clients don't know how to express themselves. They become aggressive because you're trying to express themselves. As a planner, you're the most important factor in executing any client's project, any event. You and the client must be in agreement. You must be properly synchronized. If not, there's going to be problem. Study the person's personality and see if it's somebody you'll be willing to serve. Finally, for your client, values. People do not have the same value system. Also, do your clients. Ask them these questions. Try to understand your client's expectations from you. Try to understand your client's personality, and also try to understand your client's values. Values go both ways. The kind of values that you have, the kind of values that your client has. Some clients' value system is coordination, proper coordination. So clients' value system is communication. They might never care about how you're putting things together, but they just want you to communicate. Some clients' value system is transparency. Some clients' very, very top values are honesty. It depends. Just find out all of these things so that your work is very easy. Some clients are very, very entitled. Some clients are very, very indecisive. You need to understand the person you are dealing with at that particular time for it to work. Now, for vendors, how do you deal with vendors? First of all, you need to have a standard. This is where a lot of vendors and planners actually have problems because some planners standard often come off as being maybe arrogant, too strict, too tight, too uptight, and all of that. But with vendors, you need to have a standard. You need to have limitations. You need to have things that you're not going to let go of and things that you're not going to ignore. Communication, no matter how difficult it is, no matter how difficult that vendor is, you must communicate. You cannot be ignoring your vendors. You cannot be beefing a vendor. You cannot be keeping malice with a vendor that has been paid. Vendors. And finally, for vendors, relationship. You must learn to build relationship. with your vendors, not because you're trying to get something from them. You're not trying to bribe them, you're not trying to make them like you, but build a relationship. A good relationship in this industry with vendors will save you a lot, because you are going to be able to get better deals for your clients, which would also give you an upper hand. Create good relationship with your vendors. Check up on them. Take care of your vendors. Don't be harsh to people. Do not be rude to your vendors. When you need to be firm, but create a very good relationship with your vendors. And then there is you. For you as a person, what are the characteristics you need to develop? Have a good for you to be able to manage your clients properly. You'll be wondering what vendors is doing in client management. When you do not have the right vendors to serve your clients, you cannot have a good client relationship. This person, as much as this guy has a role to play in determining how your relationship with your clients go, one vendor's flop can cost you your entire reputation. This is very, very important. For you, what are the standards that you need to have as a planner personally? You need to have boundaries. I talked about boundaries yesterday, so I wouldn't go into it again so that we don't waste time. Boundaries, good decisions. We also spoke about decisions yesterday. Remember when we said that a thriving business is a collection of good decisions, and bad decisions is what spoils the business. Yes, so you need to have good boundaries, and you need to learn how to make the right decisions. No matter how conflicted the situation is, no matter what the crisis is, you will always be put under consistent pressure to make a decision. As the planner, everything falls back to you to make a decision, irrespective of how you feel or how your emotions are playing at that moment. And then finally, for you, leadership. Remember, we said in the beginning that an event planner role is not a creative role, it's a leadership role. A good planner must be a good leader. You are leading everybody, the clients, the vendors, the families, everybody towards one destination. You must have good leadership skills. You must have good leadership skills for this to work. Have you ever wondered why wealthy people negotiate? There are different types of clients. So in managing your clients, like I said, you must understand personality. There are clients who are very controlling. There are clients who are very, very emotional. There are clients who are very, very wealthy. There are clients who are trying to manage. You must understand that one size does not fit all. You must study. You must understand. You must ask the right questions. You must never assume. If you get all this right, then there's every tendency that you're going to do well as an event planner in this industry. I hope this helps. I'll see you on day 5.